Hey, I'm BACKSTITCH. About 2 weeks ago, I finished watching Squid Game and I thought I'd finally return to YouTube to put out a guard pattern. You can of course change the symbol to a higher ranking guard, however I thought it was fitting to start from the bottom. Here's a list of everything you'll need. Pause here if you need to. The pattern is available for free from my DeviantArt. It's the second link in the description. All of my patterns are scaled to an A4 piece of paper. The first thing you need to do is take the top headpiece and sew the dart at the top. Repeat the same for the second top headpiece. Then take two middle front headpieces and sew them together along the centre seam. Once done, sew the now joined middle front headpieces to the top headpiece along the straight edge. Take two of the bottom front headpieces and sew them together along the centre also. Join them to the straight edge of the middle front headpiece, making sure the shorter side is at the bottom. Now that the front of the head is done, take the middle back headpiece and the remaining top head and sew them together along the longer straight edge. Take two top neck pieces and sew them down the centre also. Join these to the middle back headpiece so the shorter part is at the bottom. Sew the lower neck pieces down the centre also. And lastly, join this to the upper neck pieces along the longer edge. Place the front head and back head together and sew them, leaving the bottom edge open so it can be joined to the body later on. For the body, sew the side belt onto each side edge. After that, sew the centre zip onto the middle edge of the body to combine each side together. Then sew the final belt piece to the bottom part of the middle body. Take some pink thread and sew the straight edges below the armholes together, joining the belt pieces also. Repeat for the second side. Then take one side of the bottom body and sew the remaining zip to the centre short edge. Join the other bottom body to the other side. Sew the bottom body to the top body so the zip pieces align. Finally, flip the body around and sew it up along the straight edges of the back. When you reach the bottom, sew the back body point to the front point and the zip to form two leg holes. Take a leg piece, fold it in half, seams facing up, and sew one together along the straight edge. Repeat for the second leg piece. Join the leg piece to the leg hole on the body so the seam aligns with the seam of the lower body half. Join on the second leg in the same way. For each boot, place 2 opposing pieces together and sew it along the short edge and the top curved front, leaving a gap at the bottom and the top. Repeat for the remaining 2 boot pieces. Sew the bottom oval onto each foot. Join each boot to the leg hole so the seam of the back and front are centered and not on the seam of the leg. Snip the seams if you need to so you can sew it on easier for this part. For the arm, align the shorter curved edge to the longest curved edge, starting the sewing line beside the straight edges. Repeat for the second arm. Take the top part of the gloves and sew both darts up on each. Sew the back of the gloves to the top, leaving the straight edge open on both. Repeat with the remaining pieces. Sew each hand on the aligning arm to the straight bottom edge. Once done, sew the arms onto the armholes of the body, making sure each one faces the correct way before sewing on. Begin sewing the head onto the neck hole of the body. Leave enough space to flip and stuff the plush. Use a stuffing tool or scissors to push the stuffing better into tighter spots like the arms and legs. Make sure it's stuffed enough so the fabric isn't creasing anywhere. When you think it's stuffed thoroughly, use an invisible stitch to close off the open end. Pin the O symbol to the top of the mask and use a back stitch to join it on. For the hood, place 2 pieces together, tracing showing, and sew them together along the most curved edge. Repeat for the next 2 pieces. Place these now 2 larger pieces together and sew them along the longest curved edge. When this edge is sewn, begin sewing along the remaining bottom edge. Leave enough gap to flip, then flip it upright and close off the open edge with an invisible stitch. Pin this hood around the guard's head so it sits comfortably and use an invisible stitch to sew on around the neck. And that is how you make a Squid Game guard plushie. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and comment down below on ideas that see me make next. And while you're at it, why don't you go check out my other videos, upload new videos every single week. Thanks for watching, bye!